party to stand.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Okay.
Atiku Market, good morning. Esteemed viewers, good morning.
How's your health now?
Yeah, much better than yesterday. Thank you very much.
All right. There is someone that couldn't fix or unite the People's Democratic Party before jumping ship. I mean, Atiku Abubakar, former vice president of the country. He has vowed to end Apc'S Misrule. Somebody said to me that, Michael, if the current president cannot fix the country, nobody else can fix Nigeria again.
See, I don't like people giving a general statement, a blanket statement. What metrics has been used in checking the capacity of every being that says he or she wants to have a shot at any political office? And I beg to be corrected if I'm not standing on the right lane, because I believe if Atiku said he's going to fix this country, I think maybe I want to believe that he knows where the problem lies, because I want you to take it from this
same way this current president said.
You see, the current president
how to fix the problem.
The current president only has sway at the state level. Atiku has at one time been the number 2 man, and he won with President Olusegun Obasanjo. And during their own time, they also had a fair share of security challenges, of which you remember Zakibia. It was under their government, and you see how President Obasanjo, it was even Atiku, and so they called General Victor Manu. So what are you doing? All these people, they are trying to fester. Why? And you are sitting in your Oval Office. What are you doing as a chief? I was army chief, and the rest is history. They were able to contain, or rather nip in the board once and for all, and that is what is called statesmanship when it comes to challenge. Issues bordering on our security or on our lives as a nation. And I want to believe if Atiku has made such a pronouncement that he can fix whatever ills that is currently confronting us, I think I believe that he must be saying it from the fact that he was up there, and he know where the leakage are, and he believes that he can do it. I am not campaigning for him, because I said that though if we were to take all our politicians the way they have been saying that they want to do this, want to do that, no, most of them, they have not really given me any excitement as to hold them accountable to their word. And when you say something you are going to do it, you've forgotten that it's a social contract. It's binding you and the citizenry. And when you say something and you cannot affirm it, then it shows that you don't have any business being at the service of governance. And that's my take for that.
Gentleman Mike, after officially joining the party, he made a promise. But how credible is Atiku's promise to end Apc'S rule in the country?
Well, I think talk is cheap.
Apc'S Misrule, sorry.
Yes, talk is cheap. We may not be able to hold on to mere speech or mere talk, as it were. We've had leaders talk to us before they get into office, and by the time they get into office, they will be wondering that what's holding this person from doing all that he said during campaign. You'll be wondering, including this current administration, we keep wondering about some things, state police, some of these things that autonomy, Supreme Court has ruled over it over a year now, and it hasn't been implemented, and all of it. You begin to wonder what stops people from acting when they eventually get to office. So we may not be able to rely solely on Atiku's statement of the fact that I can fix the country. Everyone that has always come on board has always told us that. In fact, some people even have a blueprint that you can even read, including the APC. Present administration has a blueprint on this, on economy, on that, what they are going to do, and by the time they get into office, you see less of such in terms of implementation. I also think Atiku Abubakar will likely to be a very dangerous president if he should come on board. and I'm drawing that statement from what he did when a Deborah Samuel was killed at the College of Education in Sokoto on the 12th of May 2022. That lady was stoned to death and burned, set ablaze inside that institution that's supposed to be where people go to get some reasonings. That unfortunate incident happened 12th of May 2022. Atiku tweeted about it and condemned that act. And a few hours later, Atiku deleted his tweet. That shows that he felt that his tweets might have become offensive to those that perpetrated that act, which I think it is not a hallmark of a good leader that such heinous crime was committed in an higher institution, and as a leader that has conscience, you condemned it only to delete that tweet a few hours later. It's not likely to be a good leader. It's likely to also have sentiment for extremism in the country, and those are dangerous traits from the little we know about him, Michael.
Now, considering the fact that it's from the north and most of these attacks have been carried out in the northern areas, don't you think as a man from the north, you'll be able to solve the crisis?
Muhammadu Buhari came from Katsina, a former, a general that, as at that time, that people thought with his wealth of experience, he's going to bring to bear all those experiences when he's in the saddle. We also saw that Muhammadu Buhari practically opened the doors of this country to terrorists by his policies, by his programs, and all of that. He openly supports some of these terrorists in terms of their actions and all of that. So it is not automatic that because you came from the north, you'll be able to tackle the issue. So Muhammadu Buhari is just an example. So thinking that because Atiku came from the north, that will give him. See, they all understand the problem. The political will, the willingness to confront this issue is what they lack. Not because they don't know what is going on. At that level, you have the best of intel, you have the best of report getting to your table per second, but they are not willing to confront the matter. So it's not automatic, Michael.
Let's get your reaction.
You see, Atiku, to me, because
That is from the north.
but
Most of these attacks have been carried out in the north.
not most of the attacks have been carried in the north.
Yeah.
You see, I believe it amounted to failure of leadership among the northern leaders. I still want to give kudos.
Can it put a stop to it?
Let me just draw an inference here.
If eventually he wins the 2027 election,
Because I cannot be a spokesperson, I don't know. Hello, I am not a spokesperson. I cannot really measure. I don't have the metrics at hand now, as of the now, to measure his capacity in nipping these security challenges in the bud once and for all. But the only advice, instead of condemning them, the only advice I would just tell him and order of his ilks that they should take a cue from former governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu. You see, these are some of the things that we've always mentioned on this platform. You remember how Amotekun came to be? It was when they saw that this is now becoming a festering sore and is really moving dangerously to the western part. You could see how the likes of Rotimi Akeredolu met with other governors to judge and see how they can. And they later came out with a blueprint. That was what gave birth to Amotekun. And if you check the incidents of security breaches and everything, is as at then and now, you see, it has went down. That will tell you what I call capacity building. And a situation whereby you have something like that play in the western part, and we are all in the same firmament called Nigeria. Why can't the people from that northern extraction take a cue from that and also form another kind of a type of a multiple group that can be acting in concert with the security of the of the state. You see, at times most of the problem too, we ourselves as a citizen, we can also give our own quota, but sadly enough, Akeredolu is no more, but he has been able to put something on ground that every other successive government can also build on. And if people from the northern extraction are seeing all this being played in the western I think they can also learn how did you do it, what tactics were deployed to see that all this thing is being nipped in the bud once and for all. And also I want to also say that we have people that are highly resourceful in this country, and I've mentioned a countless number of times here. There is a man of Nigerian extraction, as I've always said it on this, Osato Sewigi. He's from Edo State, he's an American. Yeah. Today, he's being called the drone builder in United States of America, and he's in US. Why can't we just, release an olive branch to him and see that we cut him back to the country and help the nation building? And I believe anything that will help us to stand as a state, and any initiative, because we need to, because they see that everything is being played on the template of politics. If you really want to even affirm yourself, your stand as a politician or as a statesman, you have to do it and anchor on delivery. And that is what we have always said. Instead of giving this government a knock, I've said it. It's part of my own contribution on this platform that he is a man. Others. We still have people in the IT world that have Nigerian instructions that are doing wonderfully fine in all these clients and helping those clients to build. And we are still here. We cannot even build bicycle here. And these people are doing wonderfully fine over there. If the template had been okay, they have been enabling, they would have stayed back and helped the nation building.
All right, let me quickly move on to another story. Here, Southwest governors held an emergency closure meeting yesterday in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State. And out of the meeting, one of the reports we got is state police, and they said it is time for state police. But I asked myself, are they acting out of genuine concern on the state of insecurity in the country? They did ignored for years, or they are just reacting to the rising security challenges or crises in the country?
You see, before the now, all of them, they have maintained a docility posture. And when you now look at, it's because President Donald Trump sneezes and the code is even being caught here by all these governments. And that is why you see all these frenetic ways. Because I don't like anything that is, on an emergency level that you cannot sustain over time. Because I believe, I did mention that change is either it is planned or forced. And if you want a very good change, you have to plan for it. Not something that will come frenetically, as the case may be with the governors of the now. And when you look, though they say it's better done. It's better. To be late than never. But I want to say that why now? They live in this country. They were not living in the moon. They have always been seeing this thing. Why can't they bring all the edges in our security architecture together and see how they can have a way through in contending these breaches that is currently being faced. We are currently being faced. And when you look at all these emergency, but how are they going to sustain it? Whatever the blueprint of that emergency, how are they going to sustain it? Because all these government that you see, they also have their own appendages and they have their own interests to serve. And if they can draw their self-serving interests just for nation building, I think they will arrive at a very good end. And that is my tune.
Gentleman Mike, they've ignored this for over how many years now? And they are just waking up. Is it because it's getting close to their doorstep or what?
Absolutely. That's the major reason. It's getting close. We are beginning to meet in Kwara, and they felt what's the distance between Kwara and Osun and Lagos and Ogun and all of that. So they quickly converged, and now talking about state police, a state police that even Mr. President has always talked about long before now, ever before he became the president. You begin to wonder what is stopping it, why is he not being pushed, why is he not in the front burner, even why is he not the subject of discourse, even at the National Assembly level and all of that, who is pushing for it. Don't also forget to tell you how unserious in this country. The time they were mounting forest guards, you will almost think that they are very serious about it. That almost by the following week, you begin to see things along that line. Everything went down again. Part of the solution to this issue, which all of them knew anyway, is to stop the movement of cattle within our forest. It must be a policy. Why are they shying away from this? These are the route through which people move weapons, move a lot of things, and cause kidnappings and the lives within our system. It must be a policy. It must be stopped. You have no business in the forest. We must know the people moving within the forest. Who does that in any serious nation? That you can just come within only the name of we are herdsmen. We can afford to navigate along the forest. Is the forest not part of our nation? Is it not part of our territory?
Are they the owners of forests?
And they understand these things, that this is the avenue, that is the control measure. You must be able to control who move within that axis, except you are joking. So if you are not ready to address all of that, the insecurity will not stop. This is an avenue through which people move a lot of things and all of that and cause instability within your system. And you are shying away from it. You don't want to offend who?
All right, straight to the comment section. What are the viewers saying? Yeah, all right, I have I'm saying Southwest is the safest region in the country. State police will be extra buffer. All right, it goes on by saying Amotekun is working. We are not insecure in the Southwest like the rest of the states. We are always ahead of other regions. All right, Baba Yaga says, Gentleman Mike, it can't be implemented because Sultan of Sokoto and Sheikh Gumi said no, and there is nothing we can do about it. Do they control Nigeria? Sultan of Sokoto and Gumi, are they the owners of Nigeria? All right, okay, you want to say something, right?
You see, you know, before the now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and some of his, other members of his cabinet, they were mooting an idea to the extent that they wanted to tell the entire nation that Sultan and some other, one other, Sultan Oni of Ife, all other traditional rulers, they will now be under them. Then they will be having, all these things cannot be unconnected with political and Fulani motives. And when you look, a nation like this, as large as Nigeria, when some other people, because if you say you bet a nation, you and I should have equal stake in that nation. A situation whereby you are dotting other person's head and you are using a cane for the other person, that is not equity, it's not fairness to me. I want to believe that all these things that is just a kind of a coinage used by all these politicians to serve their own self-serving interest, because they are not there for us. You remember, I'm afraid that the way we are going, we are gravitating speedily towards an implosion. I stand to be corrected if all these things that I just said, if they are not true. They organize to, they say that they organize out to about 7 countries. And check their GDP, check their income per capita. All these balkanized countries is even more than when they were together. And you will see that I hope we are not going to the same route. Because even if we should go to the same route, I think maybe that one should even be okay. But every component unit of this country to so do. Because of what use is our nation when we are not equal, when we cannot have an equal share of our natural resources. Then we continue to have all this. Everybody is agitating. And even in Yoruba, and in Jebuma will say, no, Naigba man is at the top. In Ondo, they will say Ekiti man is the one that is there. So for how long? That nationalist fervor has died. Everybody is not calling for self-determination. And if that is the true answer to our problem, so be it.
All right, Mr. Odeze says, Vincent, forget Atiku. He has nothing to offer. He's not an intelligent politician. All right, it's your governors refusing to implement autonomy for local government. That's why the federal is dealing with some of them. Some states have implemented it. This is from Antnam.
Let me correct Antnam. Antnam, I don't know where you are writing this from. You know, Supreme Court of the land adjudicated on this local government autonomy. Up to the now, I stand to be corrected. Nothing has been done in that regard to see that the money coming out from the federation account goes directly to the local government. All this, I don't know where you got your information from. I want you to fact check and still come on platform. Let me engage you on it.
All right, Johnny Marv says, hello, Mr. Mike. I just sent 10K to Oluwawan for his morning coffee. It's Maria, so you appreciate.
God bless you. Good morning to you. I'm very appreciative.
Johnny Marv.
Johnny Marv, God will bless you. That cup of tea it go to a long way. God will continue to bless your life forevermore. I bless all of us because we are in the house of God. See, we are smoking the mind of God because we are not happy with the situation. God bless you.
$10,000 sent to Oluwawan this morning for coffee. We appreciate you, Johnny Marv. Thank you. Get my mic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it.